Hello and welcome back to another live. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing if you are new. And welcome to a Q&A. We haven't done this since Christmas, which it does feel like it has a bit. Wasn't that long ago because I do remember that Q&A quite well. I was slightly waved. Today we're just on hot drinks. On a day off, I actually got a good night of sleep for once in my life as well. So that is impressive. So I'm just chilling. I can't lie. International break is dead as well. I can't lie. So it's a reason, every reason to do these kind of streams, and I'm gonna do these kind of streams more often. I just need more views eventually. Said GVO, none of these bars with the media flow, chasing for gold like I'm 3P home, chasing stats like CEO. Yeah, it was a baseline type of beat at the start. I know what beat you're talking about in the intro. And this guy had the audacity to quit, by the way. This guy had the audacity to quit at the very least. This guy is producing now. Big up to Robert. Slightly, yeah, big up, already with the jabs. Right, yeah, I was slightly. I could be way more waved if I wanted to. But as is the Q&A, I will put the banner up. Ask anything you want. I got questions from a couple weeks ago on my Insta, but I never found a good time to actually do the Q&A. So I thought do it on the international break. So I will be reading questions that I got from Instagram a couple weeks ago as well. But feel free to put your questions in the chat. They could be related to anything, and I'll try and answer them as honestly as possible. As I said to someone earlier, if the question is outrageous, I'm gonna have to give you a PR answer depending on what it is. So, I'm. Did you send any in, Robert? Let me have a look. Did Robert Camdar send any in? Um, no, I cannot see your name here. No, I didn't know. I could not see your. No, actually, no. There it is. I can see. No, I can see quite a few actually. I can see actually quite a few. I see quite a few. Okay. Yeah, given you're here, Robert, I'll start with some of your questions. This one's ridiculous. We'd rather work in tech support, hospitality. I feel like it's a bit of friendly fire here. Probably hospitality. I can't lie. I'm not doing a whole job of turn your computer off and on again. You get me? That's what I'm not doing. That's what I'm not doing for sure. 2026, does it feel any different from last year so far? I have struggled with a lot of my life the start of this year. So, no. If I'm being so honest, if I'm being deadly honest, no. I feel like because when you get older and older, like every year just hits different. Um, like every single year just hits different. Joy, let me put the comments on screen actually, so I don't have to like pin it up and that. But no, it doesn't feel really different from any other year. But I've just been struggling. I can't lie, I've just been struggling. So that is mainly what like yeah. I don't even know how another way to answer that. Big up to Archie. Have you ever how do you feel about preparing for your first loss on Rep Your Buzz? I don't know when that's gonna happen, so I guess we'll never know. For those that don't know, I'm clashing Archie on April the 11th. Or should I say smoking Archie on April the 11th. Big up to Chris. What is a goal you want to achieve from doing content? I want to do this full time in some sense, and it doesn't have to be this YouTube channel, but I want to be in a place where I'm genuinely getting called up for like opportunities and like actually doing something where it's like, basically, you're called up to do this, you're called up to do some form of hosting thing, you're called up to do some form of presenting thing, some punditry thing, and it can be literally anything that I can market myself towards. So whether it's the football stuff, the music stuff, it can literally be anything, as long as I have all my eggs in all the baskets, sort of thing. Where I put myself in a position where I can carry that on. That's the main thing I want to do. That is the main thing I want to do. I can't lie. Big up to AJ every single time. Big up, bro. Hospitality is torture. I can't lie. I've never worked in hospitality, so I'm grateful to not, go through that for sure. Have I ever made you genuinely dislike me? Let me have a think. I feel like if I just answer straight away, I'm probably gonna forget maybe a time. The only time, because I feel like the only time I've been angry at you, is when I've already been in a bad mood and then I go on the chat. Something I need to stop doing when I'm in a bad mood is going on social media. I'm gonna be so real. You see, like the jokes and that, I can take a joke any day. It's just when I'm already in a bad mood, I will end up saying some nasty thing. I always hold myself from saying something that's nasty because I have some self control. But I don't think ever had a reason to genuinely dislike you, despite the fact that we don't always agree all the time. The only time you might know who I genuinely dislike anyway, that's the only time I genuinely have disliked people. Like that is basically the premise of it. 2025 start way better than 2026 for me, but it is what it is. Yeah, just hopefully it gets better, sort of thing. Face off stream tomorrow. What or where? Like TikTok or YouTube or some shit. I mean, I don't really mind. Really, we can do a face off stream, but I mean, you did the obviously we did it privately, but you did the call with me and Yakeem. It was very friendly. I don't think me and Miz did one, but it would have been like just jokes. Me and Swipe that did one in Discord very briefly. I think me and Archie would just be taking a piss. That's a cold goal. It's the ambitious ones, isn't it? It's always the ambitious ones. Would you battle Stunt Peg? Would you battle Stunt Peg? Well, I'm not gonna battle anyone that doesn't rap in it, but Stunt Peg, on my days. Has doing content changed your values as a person? No, it hasn't changed my values. It hasn't changed my values. What it's just done is just like emphasized not my priorities, but my motivation to do better. Like, I'll be real. If I wasn't doing content, I wouldn't be able to articulate myself as well as I can right now. I don't even think I can articulate myself at a good point. I feel like I still stutter too much. I feel like I can't find the right word for what I'm trying to say too much because I'm just not as educated. But I feel like if I wasn't on camera so much, I wouldn't be able to articulate myself. If I wasn't on camera so much, I wouldn't be able to talk to random people the way I can talk to random people. If I wasn't putting myself in the same positions that I was because I've been on camera, then I wouldn't be the person I am. So the only thing that really changed with being on camera is my confidence in a sense. I'm not really the most confident person still, but this is the only thing that can bring your confidence because you're putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. That's the only thing that improves it. But also just the ability to articulate yourself and learn how to carry yourself in a different manner. And even doing content since 2021 for this channel, for example, and then going on to be GVO mics on all platforms sort of thing, it's only become in the last 5 years of me still learning. Like, I've only learned really the major things I've needed to learn in the past year myself anyway. And it's mainly less so values rather than it's more the importance of what I'm trying to achieve already. Big up to Warrior. Best three content creators you want to work with, or why PS Football I even crash out in the fucking international break. I haven't even looked at any of my nations, how any of my nations are doing it in the international break, Warrior. So I don't blame you. Best three content creators I want to work with. I guess the people that I haven't worked with already, especially in the football space, is Troops, Rants, and Expressions. I didn't see Expressions at Penn Game yesterday. He was kind of behind me. I was like, I'm covering someone's space to be like on a break. So I don't want to leave the space just to go out to Expressions and start moving mad or whatever. Like, I'll see him when I see him, type of thing. But that would have been good to briefly speak to him. But yeah, I guess those are the three. Who inspires you? Do you know what? I get this question sometimes when we're just having like random conversations with people, and I always struggle to think, like, for example, going through like football. For example, I always relate to my interest, like football music, for example. Obviously, I looked up to footballers, I looked up to artists, but it wasn't like I didn't have like an idol like growing up outside of family. And for me, my only idol can be family. So my parents worked hard in it, so I gotta make sure that I match their work rate sort of thing that they put in over the decades. So my parents inspire me. Those are the main people that inspire me. I would say like not working, like being in a position, yeah, where I have like-minded friends as well, so they're kind of doing similar things that I'm doing in it. So every time I hear or see something that one of my friends are doing, I treat it in a good competitive way and try and match it quality wise. So that's the main thing for me. That's the main thing. The people that inspire me are the people around me rather than famous people. I don't like as much as I like musicians in terms of their music and I like footballers in terms of how they play football, I like YouTubers in terms of their content. As people, I almost don't want to find out the person you are, given how many people get exposed for the type of person they are, type of thing. So I can't really be fully inspired by famous people. Big up to Ravi as well. Hope you're doing well. What's your favorite RK beat? I think you know my favorite arcade beat. Hold on, I'm checking my downloads real quick. What was the beat? Hold on, what was the beat? Blue Lights. Blue Lights is my favorite beat. It's still Blue Lights. I can't even get like that drop is insane. That drop is insane, bro. Like I like certain type of drum patterns that allow me to just go, bruv. Like it's certain rhyme schemes that I can just go in certain pockets and just rip it. It's still Blue Lights. It's still Blue Lights. Mike's a real guy, sound guy. Appreciate it, Rafi. Appreciate it. Likewise, brother. I'm gonna troll you with this question. What's the worst Mike's curse you did? Peace out. See you in later streams. Big up, Warrior. The worst Mike's curse was probably the first Mike's curse, where I said on the free kick that Unal ain't got the facilities to score this free kick. Bournemouth's second choice striker. 5 seconds later, Unal scores the free kick. Bournemouth equalise against West Ham. We draw 1-1. Probably the worst curse I've done. Or it was probably the Super Cup when I said Chevalier would do well and you'll do better than Donnarumma. And also, I said that Tottenham would beat PSG 2-0. Tottenham ended up bottling the lead. And Chevalier made 2 mistakes. That's probably the worst one I've done. But on stream, it was the Unal one. Big up Prime. Big up Merrick. All good, bro. How you been? Asked, is there anything anyone could leak about you that would upset you in a battle? I ain't got nothing to hide. So nah. I ain't got nothing to hide. You know me already. We've had this discussion before about things too far and like stuff like that as well. And I feel like as much as I don't want people to find out like embarrassing stuff, I don't have anything to hide where it's like I'll be pissed about it. Like for example, like you can make agreements be like don't put information out there and all of this. It's like I've realized that I'm quite and wired for this, but I'm an open person when it comes to like what I talk about with my content. So like with mental health, all of this, all of that, I'm quite open with all of that already. And that angle has already been tackled. I kind of expected it to be tackled. I only really get spastic jokes as well. I don't really get like you kind of look disabled or you're disabled sort of thing. And I already know that. So like, so there's nothing else that really people can say about me. I feel like everything that's been said about me, I've heard. And that's the reason why I'm so no rules with it. Cause I'm like, you can't really say shit. Like, I feel like anything to leak. Nah. Put it this way. Like, for example, Archie knows the most information about me, innit? But we're not using information. There'll be no point. Yeah, that is my favorite beat, Robert. Favorite pen game memory. Do you know what? I like it because it's weird. Bro, I was in the quarterfinals. Me and Matthew are talking. Someone comes up to me and is like, can I take a picture of you with my DS? And some people might know this story already, but bro, a DS. I didn't even know you could take pictures on certain DSs. And they didn't want to take a picture with me. They wanted to take a picture of me. So like, I mean, sure, but I always want to ask why, but it sounds rude, so I didn't do it. But that was like back in July. That was a weird time. Big up Slaps. Hope you're doing well. Favorite hobby outside of music and football? The gym. The gym is great for my mental, is great for my physical. I like trying to improve physically because I've always been a skinny man. And you might see me now and still think I'm skinny, but you didn't see me when I was in school. I was built like shit. I can't lie. I was built very, very skinny. So me going to the gym is a good break. It's a good break. It's just a good break from life, but it's also good to have a goal. It's good to have a goal that's like a break from something that's on camera as well. Like that's it. My only off-camera goals is like everyone's off-camera goals, like to improve financially and get in shape. I feel like going to the gym is like that. Mine was Mark Travers being a decent keeper in the preseason game in West Ham versus Everton. You said he was decently gifted you a goal and I was dying. Yeah, you know, I forgot about that as well. Preseason as well. How do I still curse people in preseason? Does Chadwell Heath have an MP? I don't think so. I don't think we're not big enough to have an MP because we're part of Redbridge Borough and Barking and Dagenham Borough. So I think Barking and Dagenham and Redbridge have their own MPs. So when I go to vote, I vote independent because I'm not voting for any of these other men. It's usually just a Redbridge, representative That's the word. It's the Redbridge representative. I know you get asked for pics at Pen Game, and you've mentioned that you've been recognized out in clubs and concerts. How have you been? Have you ever been? How have you ever been recognized in your normal day life at work in your area? And not in work, no. I'm glad I don't as well because I can't actually talk to people at work, given the job I have. But that would be quite awkward, and I'm very happy that that doesn't happen. To be honest, in my area, I have. So it didn't happen that long ago. It was around the summertime. I was on my way for getting a trim. I was walking back, and I'm walking back, and I'm going past like Sainsbury's or whatever. I'm on Chadwell High Road, and a kid just staring at me. I don't know why the fuck he's staring at me, and I've got headphones on, so I'm like, take my headphones off. I'm just waiting for him to say something. And his friend is actually like staring at me, looking like he wants to fuck me up. He looked like he wants to punch me. These are school kids as well. I'm like, am I really gonna have to fight 4 school kids? That's my instant thought. I take out my headphones, and this guy's like, "Yo, you make TikToks?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do, yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you make TikToks about music." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." They're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I like your videos." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." I thought he was gonna take the piss out of me. So when someone comes up to me and they say like, "Yeah, you make this kind of content," I generally think they're gonna take the piss out of me. My mind's gone negative instantly. It's not exactly a welcoming presence, but it's like his friend was still staring at me. By the way, his friend didn't smile once. His friend was like this, like staring at me like this. I'm like, bruv, why are you so angry? I almost wanted to say something about it. It's like, I'll leave it. Imagine I get beat up by a school kid. It's kind of mad still. I found your slight lookalike. There's a guy called Mark. Oh fuck! So we're gonna have to look this guy up. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, for fuck's sake! New week, new lookalike. I accidentally typed in Michael Epner. Let me have a look at this. Okay, guys, this is for you to decide. Yeah, so Robert's giving us a new lookalike. It's the joy is these glasses, and we have the same glass. This is the problem. It's this one. Like, I do actually kind of get what you mean, but that there's a reason why you said slight lookalike, I guess. Put it this way, this picture, this picture, this picture, and this picture, I look nothing like him. But I can see it in this picture, slightly see in this picture, and probably this is probably the picture I could probably see it the most. Can't lie. It had to be called Michael as well. If you're called Michael, you're a dickhead. I can't lie. Fuck everyone that's called Michael, bro. Because I get asked, "Oh, is your name Michael?" No, it's fucking not, bro. Yep. Chris, you remember the DS story in the back of your mind. That makes sense. I've mentioned it a couple times. When you lie about going to the gym, do you ever feel bad? You're such a dickhead. You're such a dickhead. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, bruv. Obscure with the references. Yeah, you are very obscure, bruv. Speaking of gym, have you made any recent progress that you're proud of? Yeah, like upper body and chest, I've made significant progress in. Compared to where I was. I made significant progress. It's just that you're not gonna see that in it. But like in terms of like general shoulder width and chest, that was one of my main goals to like improve, and I've done quite well in that. The thing is, I don't do like leg day and that because put it this way, I did too much on leg day once. They kind of fucked up my body a bit, so it was like it wasn't the fact that didn't have the gym plan. It was the fact that I actually just didn't need to do it. So sort of thing. I'm not gonna get into detail, but because it would just sound weird on camera. But yeah, yeah. So I feel like I have made progress in that sense. Speaking of Mike's curse, Isla lost a check, Suchek and Zufar. Fuck Zufar, bro. He blocked me on Twitter. If you went to uni, what would you have studied other than tech? I don't know. It would have been something music related or something presenter related. Like it would have been like an on-camera thing to do. Like it probably would have been something music related. That I never went uni because I just never wanted to. But also because I was in college in 2020, so lockdown came back 2021 and bunned it off. It was kind of like, what the fuck is going to happen to this world after 2021? So I didn't see any point me investing money into something that I probably wouldn't have gone through with, and I would have wasted my parents' money essentially because I wasn't making anything at this. Pardon me. At this point, so for me, I don't know, man. I don't know. I probably would have studied something music related, and probably not tech. Unlike what Miz says. Unlike what Miz says. I'm gonna carry on with also the questions that are happening on Insta as well, and more questions that will happen from Robert. What are you grateful for? Um, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful that I'm fucking alive. To be honest, I'm grateful that I'm alive. Um, very bare basic things. I'll be real. I don't want to sound ungrateful, innit? I'm grateful for the bare basic things. There's not nothing I have achieved that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for a great support system around me. I've got good friends and family. Finally, I have good friends. It's been a while. Um, but meeting people through football YouTube and RYB, I've got good friends. Um, my family have always supported me in it. So like anything that I've wanted to do, anything that I've tried to do, my family has supported me. Even though it's been difficult to try and convince everyone, my family have always supported me in that. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to be alive. As well. So I guess that's the thing I'm grateful for. Do you have any dietary restrictions? No, I actually don't. I actually am surprised with the amount of setbacks that I have, like DNA wise or physically or whatever, that I don't have any dietary restrictions. But yeah, that does surprise me. Did you ever get in trouble in school? Okay, I was quite. I'll say this, yeah. I was quite a good kid in school, yeah, but I was quite a stupid kid at the same time. But I was a good kid. The only time I got in trouble in primary school, I hit my friend with a skipping rope. So I think we were just fighting, yeah, and he must have done something that pissed me off. So I had the skipping rope at like this, yeah, and I kind of went like that, and it kind of just went like this. And the end of the skipping rope hit him in the face. We in primary school we had this thing called the reflection table, which is where basically detention, but it's just you and this random teacher. You're in this like room behind the dining room or behind where you eat or whatever, and you're just stare basically just have to stare at the fucking table or just staring in the room, and you just have to stay quiet. You can't say shit. You can't say shit. It was mainly, I think, the when it wasn't used for that, it was used for special children. So I think that's why they put me there. Anyway, they probably should have just put me there more often anyway. But I got in trouble for hitting my friend with a skipping rope in primary school. In secondary school, I had this teacher, yeah, and he had an accent, so I couldn't really understand what the fuck he was saying. To be honest with you, um, but he was actually just a fucking idiot at the same time as well. He was literally just an idiot. He was my maths teacher for year 10. And I was like, I didn't have a ruler on me, so you had to take all the equipment with you. But when I didn't have a ruler, they were like, in maths, it's like, all right, can't we give you a ruler? We're not gonna moan at you for not having your own ruler or whatever. It's like, cool. I just want a ruler in it. This guy was wasting my time. He was telling, oh, the ruler's over there. I'm just opening every drawer. I've opened about like 10 drawers. There's no rulers in this drawer. And then this guy's laughing at me. And this guy's laughing at me. I'm like, this teacher's laughing at me. You just told me to get a fucking ruler, yeah? I asked you where the rulers were. You pointed to where the rulers are, they're not there. I think I called him a prick or some shit. I don't remember what I called him in it. I called him something. And then I got sent out. I got sent out of the classroom, innit? And he didn't even know what I said, but it's because of the tone of what I said. He was like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna send him out. Cool. We're out of the class. He's like, say to me everything you just said now so I can write it down and show it to your parents. I'm just like, I just basically was trying to convince him that I didn't say anything. And I was just frustrated, and it worked. And because I never snitched on myself, we just left the conversation how it is. The other times that was bullshit, yeah. I got in trouble for some of the dumbest shit, yeah. I got in trouble for singing Uptown Funk too loud in art class. I got sent out for that, me and my friend at the time. Me and my friend got sent out in year 8 for singing Uptown Funk too loud in art. Bro, they had music on. Do you expect us to not sing it? Do you expect us to not sing it? You put music on around kids. Some of these kids are autistic, bruv. You expect them to not sing it out loud? Or do you expect us to be quiet? Do you expect us to be quiet? You put music on, bro. The other time I got in trouble, and this is the only other time I got in trouble, like really in trouble, was it was actually me and my friend were just like chilling, yeah. My friend screams in my ear randomly in music, and he's blatantly stronger and fatter than me as well. I'm skinny guy. I'm a very weak guy. I'm probably one of the weakest in the year. I'd probably say bottom 3 weakest guys in the year. So cool. I've pushed him and he's over exaggerated the push. He's got onto the table like this, yeah, covering the table, and I get sent out for it. But the guy screaming in my ear didn't get sent out. I'm like, bruv, these are very minor things to get in trouble for compared to what other people did, I guess. I don't even remember what other people did in my school like that. But, like, what the fuck? So those are the only times I can count how many times I got in trouble at school. I think I got in trouble at school in primary school for other things, isn't it? But like, those are the only things I can remember. Do you think you'd be an angry driver? Yeah, definitely. I don't drive anyway because it's dangerous to drive in my area, but also I don't need to drive because I live in London, so I could go anywhere in London. I don't drive, but I would be an angry. I have a temper anyway. So I'll be going mad. I'll be going mad as a driver. It's safer that I don't. Have you watched Black Mirror? I don't watch TV. Is Black Mirror good though? I've heard a lot of things about Black Mirror episodes and how real life events have reflected it or some shit. Something like that. Special children table for hitting someone for skipping rope as jokes. Bro, like it basically was special children table. Like that's the thing. It was called the reflection table when you got in trouble. But I'm pretty sure it was used for special children, like if they needed like solo learning where they couldn't concentrate that much. I could be wrong. Trolled by a teacher and stuff. Yeah, the teacher, bro. If I could tell you about the teachers in my school, yeah, oh my days. They were probably worse than some of the people I went to school. I was angry at the people I went to school with at the time, given my age and given the fact that I fell out with a lot of people. But the teachers were way worse because you're grown ass men and women and you're acting like this. Like, I hope none of them have jobs now. I really hope they're all jobless and homeless. Do you have any dietary restrictions? Mike hates pickles on his burgers. Yeah, but that's hating something, isn't it? That's hating something. Would you rather have Kilman and Disassi or Tosin and Mavro Greek guy? I'd still say Tosin and Mavropanos because Kilman's worse than Tosin. Like, at least Tosin was good at Fulham in the 4 at the back. Kilman was only good in the back 3 at Wolves. I would have taken Tosin for free, given the fact that we were linked with him for 3 years at the time as well. I don't think he was ever good enough for Chelsea. But Max Kilman cannot play in the back 4 whatsoever. This guy's a futsal merchant that could only play in the back 3, and his only good attribute is actually defending in wide areas. He actually can't defend in central areas. So I would probably never ever have Max Kilman in any form of industry. I think like the reason why Disasi's playing so well as well is because Disasi and Mavropanos understand each other. Disasi, Tadima, and Mavropanos understand each other. If Max Kilman is paired with any of them, they make them look much worse. I don't rate Mavropanos as high as other people do, but right now he's playing out of his skin. You got to give credit where it's due. Question: if gang pull up, or you get back in your entrance. Of course, brother. Big up Lowski and Troops and Sancho. Big up Dave, bro. And I like you still got that profile picture, bro. For fuck's sake, Dave. Back to Insta questions. Again, we've got, I think, how many of a question we've got? We've got 4 more from Robert. No, 4 more? Yeah, 4 more from Robert on the Insta side. What is your morning routine? If I'm working, my routine is get up as early as possible and get the fuck out of my house. So just eat, brush my teeth. Yeah, just put the shit I need to put on for work and then leave. If it's on a weekend, bro, I don't get up until like 11 or 12. I'm usually on my phone for a couple hours. It's bad, isn't it? It's bad. The problem is I'm addicted to my phone and I don't like social media, which is a bad thing. So the problem is I don't like leaving people hanging. Bro, I was looking at my DMs today because I DM'd someone. Bro, 6 people in a row. It was like sent hours ago. It's like, fuck, you know. Am I really that bad? Jesus Christ. I was like, fuck, you know. I know people have their own lives and stuff, but fuck, you know. I can catch you on social media now. I can catch you on social media active now. I saw like at least 6 to 8 people. It was like sent. And it was like, fuck. I was like, bro, like, seriously. Fair enough. But I'm on my phone too much on the weekend. If I'm doing something, it's nothing special. Put it that way. It's nothing special to the normal person. What's one thing about Chadwell Heath you're proud of? Oh, bruv. Is there anything to be proud of when it comes to Chadwell Heath? Chadwell Heath is not a bad area. It's not a great area either. It's just a boring area. So I guess before West Ham moved to Upton Park, moved to London Stadium, it used to be the forefront of West Ham's training ground. Now it's just for the women and the academy. So I guess that's the only thing to be proud of. I guess the footballing history. of the fact that all the greats at West Ham trained there. We don't have much. We don't have much at all. Like, it's not, again, it's like when I bring people here, it doesn't look nice, but it's not the trenches. Like, I've never claimed to be from a ghetto or anything like that. When I see lists of like online of like top 3 worst place in Barking and Dagenham, top 3 worst place in East London, and they put Chadwell Heath there, I'm like, if you're from Chadwell Heath, if you're from East London and you live in Chadwell Heath, be grateful. You can live in worse places than Chadwell Heath. It's not even the worst place in its own borough. So, yeah. That's my thing. Let's go into more questions. Matthew asked a question. Maybe it's a Matthew. Compare the music career you want to have to the career of a professional footballer. This is a very good question. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. If I was to break that down quick, it'd have to be somewhat realistic. Like, I can't just say Messi and Ronaldo. That's the equivalent of being a whoever, like an Ed Sheeran or some shit. Like, in terms of numbers, I'm talking numbers. If we're talking numbers, if we're talking like a career that I'd like in it, I would have liked to have been a Yamal in it. Like, when I was doing music when I was younger, I would have liked to break through like Yamal or some shit. It would have been sick. Who's like someone that's doing their thing? I guess like Mbappe is probably too unrealistic, but I would still say the reason why I'm going to say that Mbappe is like I could be an all-time great. You might put me up there, but I'm nowhere near Messi and Ronaldo, so my head doesn't get too mad in it. But still, I'd still like to say Mbappe because I can still achieve a lot, whilst people think I'm an all-time, even though I'm not. Keep yourself a little bit more grounded than you can actually be. Big up to Miz. Where does NBA rank in your NBA YoungBoy rank in your Mount Rushmore? He's not in my Mount Rushmore. I think Miz knows that, but yeah. Man said, "What's your type X?" Miz is so weird, bruv. What is my type? People like when I try to break it down to people, people always get confused. It's like, it's literally I go from this, like, if there was a gradient scale and it was like white to black, if that's the gradient. Like, I don't really go for Asian girls, for example. Like, I don't. As natural looking as possible as well, and someone I can have a laugh with. I feel like I'm a very simple person, but and also they can't be taller than me because I'm embarrassed. I have too much pride or ego for you to be taller than me. Just the truth of it. If I can't have a laugh with you, and I can't be a person that, like, for example, you want me to spend 24/7 with you, and you want me to show you off to social media all the time, you are not for me. You are not for me. No, that's not what my social media is for. You don't need to know every part of my personal life. It's not. It's just I'm just not interested in showing people that I'm not. Simple as that. And that's in terms of personality and looks. That's what I'm mainly the type of person to be. I feel like I've broke that down quite well. If anyone has a problem with that, go fuck off. We need an RYB and pen game tier list. Miss says I've done 2 pen game tier lists. I don't think anyone has seen them, but I've done 2 pen game tier lists. In fact, I did a. To be fair, I probably need to update my pen game tier list. I just realized my other pen game tier list was a judge's one. It was a judge's one. I did one at the start of my Reacts channel. I think I even did a stream of it on this channel and just uploaded it to my Reacts. So I probably do need to update it. RYB one might only have to happen after the tournament. And I'm probably only going to do it if I win the tournament because I'll just be too pissed off with myself the fact that I didn't win. Max, how you feeling out of 10 today, bro? Miz also asks. Like a 6, bro. I can't lie. I can't lie. When people ask me about okay, like how are you doing and all this, I'm a 6 out of 10 for the most part. I could be worse, or could be better. Simple as that, bro. You know why Miz is a dickhead, yeah? Bro, I asked for questions, yeah. This guy put this image in. Look at it, bro. I knew this face was gonna get memed. This was when I went studio with like Yakeem, Archie was there, bro. I knew that image was gonna get the screenshot as soon as Yakeem posted that story. Okay, no, actually, I've already answered them questions from Robert. Imagine RYB was to rate your balls. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, Dave? What the fuck, bro? I hate teachers that take their authority way too far. Big man, you are bullying children. Allow it. Facts. The Sassy player when West Ham considered a low block centre back, keeper with the width of the 18-yard box is class. I'm just glad that he hasn't done any more mistakes that he did against United, where he was actually playing well this game, but he didn't get tight enough to Sesko. So Sesko found the movement to score, sort of thing, and he didn't really mark him properly. I'm glad he hasn't done more of that, but for the most part, yeah, that's been when he's benefited us the most. Even when we played like shit, he's played well. What jobs do you reckon AI will take over? I think completely. Surely we're going to see the eradication soon of supermarket workers, people who work in supermarkets. I'm pretty sure they'll probably just have one human boss one day. Probably won't be in our lifetime, because I think as much as AI is where it is now, I think it's going to take longer than people think, than people realize, for it to completely take over every single thing that we might be a part of. But like retail jobs, I think they'll take over stuff like that. I don't think you'll need any human connection with that, because you're there to scan items and shit. That's the job I can mainly think of right now. I'm sure there's more, but I'm sure the people watching will probably mention more from their perspective, sort of thing. Big up to Waleed. What's been your motivation to do content or go far with it? My motivation to do content, first of all, was to do it for fun, because I first started doing content because I had no one to talk football with at the time, of the friendship group I had at the time. So I thought, let me talk about YouTube. Then I realized last year I could do more things. I want to talk about music now as well. So I opened a TikTok account started last year, and the plan was to always do a react channel, and I was always going to react to Pen Game, no matter what people think it was because of, or who they think it was because of. I was always going to react to Pen Game. I'm going to tell people a fun fact. I actually was making Pen Game reactions when the 2v2s was happening, when I didn't know who anyone was other than the rappers. But those reactions got deleted, so I never uploaded them. So at the time, I had a reaction to Passive and Grams versus Storm and AD. I had a reaction to Who is a Ryan and Driz versus Who is a Ryan and Driz? Who is a Ryan and Cheese versus Driz and Trappy? I had a reaction recorded of Real Smiles versus Dan and Efton. I had those reactions done. I had it, but they all got deleted. Have you ever tried that Suno to make music? It's crazy. One girl signed a record and made an album. Suno, what is that? What is that, Jay Simpson? Can you do a meet and greet in Coventry? You know, bro, Dave, you're from there, right? You're from there, innit? You might be my only fan from down there. Unless I invite all my other Midlands friends to be there. That's the only way that could happen. Big up to Matthew again. What inspires you to keep going in life? I have too many people struggling in my life, friends wise, to not keep going. I want to put on people that are not just my family, like by relative, by relation, by DNA. I want to put on people that are literally in my circles. I want to make it to a point where I could be on the good side of life and bring people in and give people opportunities and help them with their lives and their ambitions and stuff. That's the main thing I want to do. That's what keeps me going. I've also just got people to prove wrong. Like, if I gave up now, it'd be a travesty. To me, it would be. Because I've got too many people that doubted me to not keep going. So it's like, there's no point in me not carry on. Melon asked a question. What's the question you've always wanted to be asked, and answer it? I've never done one of these. I thought, can please someone ask me this question? I've never thought that. And I was thinking about that question when I first got that question. I was like, is there a question that I've always wanted to be asked? I've just always wanted to be asked questions to see what people would ask me, because I'm very curious. Hopefully we can do this to a point though one day where we can basically be here for hours and hours and hours, but we're probably only going to be here for an hour, depending on how many questions we get and where the conversation goes, where the explanation goes, etc. So yeah, man said Archie's a dickhead. You know, he asked, collab with Nico Minter coming soon? No, probably not. Probably not. Less said about that, the better. What should you not ask? What should you not do to improve? Stop being a dickhead, bro. Nah. Jokes aside, I don't like. It's in your personal life, mate. They ain't got a fucking clue, mate. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know you. Like, I know you, but I don't know you well enough to be like, you got to improve in your general life, and do this and that and this and that. But in terms of music, in terms of like RYB and if you do battle again, which I don't know if you're going to or not, I would just say try and switch up your tone a bit. Just switch up your tone a bit and find different ways of creating the punchline. Because you have very good wordplay, but I feel like you land punchlines the same and you don't switch up your tone enough. If that makes sense. Is it gayer to be? Oh Jesus Christ! I think it's equal amounts of gay. I'll be so real, bro. I think it's equal amounts of gay. Suno is the AI music app. You just write the lyrics and it can produce it for you without you singing a rapper and pick the type of style like gospel rap, etc. Dr. Dre has stakes in it, I think. Fucking hell, yeah. This has gone to share, hasn't it? Dr. Dre and Timbaland are both invested into AI. It's kind of very sad. I would never use AI for music. In terms of creating music, the only time I might use AI is for fucking cover art. I can't lie. If I can't find anyone to do cover art, then I'm gonna AI some cover art because I can't create that shit myself. But in terms of actual sound of music, never doing that. And the problem is, it's gonna get harder and harder to tell what's AI and what isn't. Is Chris an offbeat guy? Chris does sometimes go offbeat. I really like his writing. I just think, for me, the reason why Chris does go offbeat is because of lack of preparation. In terms of Chris is a lot of people in RYB in general in battling like to rewrite. They like to rewrite. I don't like to rewrite because I like to write, be happy with it, then prepare in advance so I can give you a good performance. Chris is one of the people that like, he will show me something like, this is good, this is sick, but practice it, sort of thing, so your flow can be tighter and you can be generally prepared. I think that's generally why he does it. The problem is, if you start rewriting at the end, you're not going to find the pockets. If you hadn't started your React channel to show off your passion for music, would you still be doing YouTube now, or would you quit at the end of the season? Nah, because the reason why I would still be doing this, because I would just be doing different content on here. I'll just be doing different content on here, and I'm kind of doing different content on here anyway. And I'm not quitting this channel to do reacts, because I barely upload on reacts. But the reacts are just mainly so I can have something about music. If I want to talk about music, I'll talk about it. If I want to react to something, I'll react to it. It's just a second channel for fun. I know I'm not going to make any money off because due to copyright. So, and I'm fine with that. I don't mind, as long as it gets me somewhere. Or as long as it has a platform to get me somewhere that I can create more content based on the back of it. Whereas I would just be making shit on here that would be different, like the vlogs that I'm doing already and stuff. Have you heard Deji songs about Spurs? Use Suno. Okay, I haven't heard them songs, but the reason why I haven't heard them songs is because, listen, I've got respect for Deji. I've never spoken to the guy, but I don't watch his content like that, so I wasn't willing to click on it, sort of thing. Big up to Musty, Premisely, Gene in the alleyway. What the fuck? Big up to Brands again. Would you rather be trapped in a room with Jason or forced to be Nika Minter's cousin? No, but okay, I need to clarify something. Brands, when you say trapped in a room with Jason, what is happening in this room? Is it just that I have to talk to him, or is it just a case of it's even worse than that? Because if I just have to talk to Jason, I'm going to talk to Jason. I'm not going to be permanently someone's relative that I don't like. You know what I mean? I'm actually cool with Jason, to be fair. What were your reactions? Wait, you're tied up with your shorts off. Why do you always got to make it fucking gay, bro? Oh god, I'd rather be Thingy's cousin than I don't want to be one. There's no chance of my shorts going off with where there's other people of the same gender in the room. I'm not doing that. Yeah, don't have to talk to someone if I'm their cousin. I can just listen. You know what Trizak said on Zone 2's song back in the day. What was your prediction going into Pen game yesterday? Did the battles live up to expectation? Also, did you see the final score for the battles? I saw some of the final scores. There's only one of them that confused me. It was the Poker one. Poker did not win that clash. But my prediction going into Pen game, I predicted most of the wins. I just didn't get the score lines right now. I probably would have said at the time. I said a lot of 2-1s. I don't like predicting 3-0s because I just think 3-0s are usually batterings. But then again, when I go into it, usually 3-0s is because when you narrow it down to isolate it every round, the certain rapper wins it every time. And then that's usually what happens. So 3-0s aren't always batterings. But yeah. That's a prime G in that anyway. Who's Jason? Jason is from RYB. He's from Rep Your Buzz. Wait, Musty, I saw you ask when Jukes in prison. Whitechap. Fuck. And he's on demon time. No, you somehow made the question even more gay. Brilliant. Sun's out, shorts off. A bit up the road. Don't even wear boxes. Just let it hang out naturally. Brilliant. Well done. Well done, Dave. Well done, Dave. Blake said you should collab with Erling Haaland. Would be pretty good. Yeah, I'll call him tomorrow, Blake. If you were gay, would you admit it? Una came in with some weird questions, you know. I feel like you just should be who you are, innit? Like, if you're gay, you should just don't pretend you're not, sort of thing. Like, if you're straight, don't pretend to be gay either. There's straight people that pretend to be gay as well. It's weird. If my girl is pissing me off, is it better to cheat with her sister or best friend? You know, that's some weird shit. What would be worse if you want to get back at her? What would actually be? Why am I take? I don't know why I'm taking this question seriously, but if I'm being real, probably shouldn't do either, obviously. But I think relatives probably worse. Who's your male crush minus Tom Welling? I don't know male crushes. I'm lesbian. I love girls. That's some Drake ass shit, bro. On a scale 1 to 10, how badly would Miz smoke you in a rematch? 0. Why haven't you come out the closet yet? Because I'm not gay. Both questions about Una, obviously, dickhead. Another Una question: why does Waleed look deformed? I was assuming you know since you battled him. Waleed does not look deformed. Because pick a 7-man squad out, RYB members, put them in a formation with position. I'm assuming it's a football question. I don't know who can kick ball in it, but I know Miz and Waleed can kick ball. Fuck it, I'll put myself in defense. I don't know who else could kick ball. Surely Mulo and Blake can kick ball. I'm going to assume Axe can kick ball, given he asked the question. And this is just pure guessing. I ain't seen no one kick ball. I know that Waleed and Miz can kick ball, though. Miz was in QPR's academy. I've seen clips of Waleed as well. He's got tech. And he's Somali. You have to have tech. Miz, Waleed, Blake, Axe, Mulo, myself. Okay, I've got to add one more person. Who even knows football? I mean, Robert's too much of a cripple and he's too old. So we'll say Bryson. Fuck it, we'll throw Bryson there. I guess we'll put Miz and Waleed just behind the striker. Fucking put Mulo up front. Put me in defense and put Axe and Bryson just behind Miz and Waleed. What was it like me and Specs? Did you big up Podolski? No one even knows I met Specs yet apart from you, man, innit? I met Specs Saturday at DJ Mac 10's event. It was alright, but everyone was going up to him, sort of thing. This is what happened when I met Specs here. So, bro, everyone's going up to him, so I'm patting him. I don't think I've got him his attention yet. So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get his attention. Like, yo, Specs, what are you saying? I was like, can I get a picture, sort of thing? I hate the setting on the iPhone where it just does that white screen thing for 5 seconds. By the way, I keep forgetting to turn that off. I hate the default settings for pictures on iPhone. It really pisses me off because they also just do live pictures automatically as well. He took the picture, he was calm, like embraced or whatever. This guy put everyone, and he did this to everyone, by the way. This guy tried to put me in a headlock because my head's too big. Obviously, at the critical, I've got the critical, as Specs would say. He couldn't really put me in a tight headlock, but he did try and put me in a headlock, and he did get me a little bit, but not fully. I was like, there's no way this guy's trying to headlock me. But I saw how other people went up to him as well. He did it to 2 people. 2 people got picked. He went like this to 2 people. Yeah, Specs is funny, man. It was good to meet Specs. Can't lie. Obviously, you want to talk to these people more, but you don't want to bother them. Somalis just do step overs in the game. in the game they are dead. Now, before I see the clips of Waleed, he's good. He's good. But these are clips. They don't pass. I don't know if Waleed passes. Have you met Kano before? I have met Kano before. I met Kano when I was 7. My dad had a mutual with somebody he knew. So Kano got invited to like that friend's party or whatever. My dad brings me, I was like 7 or 8 or whatever. And I didn't know what the fuck to say to Kano. Like my dad was like, Kano's right there. I'm gonna make you say hi to Kano. And I'm just staring at him like, bruv, you're Kano, innit? Fucking hell, like what the fuck do I say, bruv? Fucking hell. Sorry, my bad for breaking the news. No problem. He's Somali, you have to have tech. Are you saying all Somalis are ballers? Maybe not every Somali. When was the last time you were spotted in public from doing YouTube? Yesterday. Good joy. Everyone spotted me from TikTok and Pen Game, but one person spotted me from football YouTube. It was just some Arsenal fan that just patted me. Was like, "Do you think West Ham will get relegated?" Then we had like a 5-minute talk about football. It was just some guy in a white Arsenal shirt. He didn't even say hi. He didn't even say how you doing. He would say, "Yo, what's your name?" He would say, "Yo, Mike's." And he said, "Nah." And he just said, he patted me. Just kept patting me. I was like, I turned around. He's like, "Do you think West Ham are gonna get relegated?" I was like, "Yeah, probably." Probably, mate. Probably. What's a new genre that you started to listen to? Again from Axe. Indie. I listen to a lot of indie music anyway, like rock and stuff as well. But I've been delving into that a little bit more just because of what I get recommended on my FYP. A lot of the new music I listen to now is from my FYP on TikTok. So it'd be like very niche rap songs from the UK or indie music. And that's how I discovered people like Rainer and stuff. He's not really too niche anymore, but he listens. He has a big audience on TikTok now, but he's quite niche in terms of the grand scheme of things. But that's how I started listening to Rainer as well. And that's how really I got into more indie music and stuff. But I have quite a lot of indie songs in my playlist. Because like rap and R&B I was always listening to, and indie songs I was only really listening to from like either childhood music or FIFA songs. But I've gone outside of that now. I've actually got to see some artists live as well that do that type of music. So I guess there's that. The live picture function on iPhone is so annoying too. The pics I took yesterday were live pics. It pissed me the fuck off. Yeah, and the problem is when you turn it off from live, it only gets a certain part of the picture, which is so annoying. I think it's the most annoying part of iPhones. Do you listen to house music? I do listen to house music. I have quite a few house songs in my playlist. My favorite ever house song is probably Lady Hear Me Tonight in general, in terms of all time. Because that's one of my favorite songs of all time anyway. Debatably my favorite. But yeah, I do listen to house music. I like house, I like garage. The music I mainly listen to is rap and every subgenre of hip hop you can find under the sun. R&B, house, garage, indie music, EDM, electronic in general. What's your Spotify playlist so I can copy? I have Apple Music, but I have bare playlists. I have so many playlists. So I like to break it down into different genres, moods, and eras and artists. So like that's the kind of shit I do. Very autistic. Max, you and Flawless from Sarcasm City should make a track one day. Hey, you never know. You never know. Flawless hasn't made a tune in a while, I don't think either. I don't think he has time, but hey, fuck it. You never know. From what I heard of Flawless, I think he's sick. What's your favorite foods to eat? Like, if in terms of like, oh no, my go-to is like pizza and chicken. My go-to foods are pizza and chicken. I can't lie, and salmon. I like pizza, chicken, and salmon. Those are my go-to foods to eat. Man said neek. I am a neek, yes. I'm a music neek. I got recognized twice yesterday because of football YouTube. See, and you kept that under the fucking radar when we're having these fucking industry plant conversations and the fucking like famous arguments as well. Like that, you're acting like you don't get recognized. That's what I'm saying. You've been recognized before. Like, did Alfie get recognized? You're more of an industry plant than Alfie. What is the worst song you heard? Worst song ever. No, and enjoy it. Do you want the worst song? And the reason why I'm gonna say Here's what I'm gonna say. You don't want to pick the worst song ever. I'm not picking parody songs. I'm not picking YouTuber songs. I'm picking people that are trying to be serious and trying to make a good song. There's this tune by David Guetta, yeah, called "I'm Feeling Good, I'm Feeling Alright," and it interpolates the song "I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die," bruv. I hate songs that just sample and interpolate old songs, and they basically try and make it their own tunes. And it's basically like a copy of the previous song. That is the worst song I've heard. In terms of a song trying to be serious, I have never cringed more at a song than that. And it's very hard to pin it down to one, but that's the first one that came to my head. You should get some old school Head Candy albums like Twisted Disco and Disco Heaven up, mixed albums on quality from the 2000s era for house. I'll look into it, bro. I'll look into it. Worst ever pen game round. Ever. Fuck it up. It's probably one of HK's, isn't it? I know it's been deleted. It's probably been deleted by HK's. You can hear some fucking ice cream van music outside my house. I don't know what's going on. But I'm trying to think of other like worst rounds I've heard. Obviously, some of Scams is against Rosiah because he didn't make it through. Exclude Academy ones. Okay. Exclude Academy ones. Obviously Scams is against Rosiah's. Are up there. I'm trying. Let's go through some. Let's go on YouTube. Fuck it. I'm gonna go on YouTube and remind myself because I'm not gonna be able to remember. I feel like someone like a big up Blake. I feel like Blake would remember instantly. Let me go through YouTube because I feel like there's been so many clashes. I feel like whatever I'm gonna answer with, I'm gonna forget like a couple clashes. I said, "What's good, Phineas?" Big up Elijah. I'm going through YouTube now. I'm trying to see. Is there any shit rounds? I'm like, oh my god, Pocker's first two against OLs. The first 2 rounds against OLs was terrible. At least she made somewhat of a tune in the third one. Yeah, Pocker's first 2 against OLs. Those were some shit rounds. Okay, those are Academy clashes. Those are some terrible rounds. So definitely, probably in top 5 of worst I've heard. If you want to include worst I've heard without someone flopping as well, like, so if you're saying the Scams one might be a cop out against Rosiah, or like F Dot against Ren might be a cop out because of the flop. I'm looking through clashes now. There was none in the finals card, even though Kmart got hate, it was just bad performance. It wasn't a case of bad bars or anything, or bad rapping. Even FT against JC, believe it or not, with him freestyling, I've heard worse than him freestyling. I'm trying to think. There's not really been like many worse for contender. I feel like people are quite harsh on a lot of the rappers. I feel like I find it very difficult to really dislike a round and really piss me off about a certain pen game round. It's just that when it's like I don't understand what you're trying to do. Like Poker had ad libs in a fucking round. Like it's ridiculous. Grams, Benz, Marcel, FT, Hunts. Oh yeah, I guess Hunts is like rounds against passive was bad. Worst Grams rounds. I don't know. I don't think Grams is terrible in it. I just don't think he projects. Mr. Benz, against Grams? Yeah, Mr. Benz against Grams is up there. Marcel, which Marcel rounds were bad? In terms of worst ever, though, I think maybe second round against Cheeks or third round against Cheeks? Maybe one of them. I didn't like some of Cheeks' rounds in that clash either, though. I'm not a fan personally. What's a weird food combo that slaps? I'm too boring to have a weird food combo. I'm too boring for that. I can't lie. I don't have one. I'll be so real. Do you think it's a good side hustle to sell your feet pics on OnlyFans? What the fuck, bro? No, probably not, mate. Well, I guess if it makes you money, it depends on whether you care about integrity or not. If you care about integrity, then probably not a good idea. If you don't, then fair enough. Back to the questions on Insta. What are your plans for this year and the future? My plans for this year, well, it was to release a project. I don't know if it's going to happen at the time I want it to happen anymore because we're actually coming up to the summer. I do not have enough money to invest into making a project. But hopefully this year. I want to release music this year. I'm going to release music this year. I'm going to release 2 songs very soon. But in terms of a project, that's going to have to be sometime this year. Other goals for this year? I mean, I would love for this channel to get 2K, but we haven't left 1.63 subscribers in about 3 or 4 months. So that's probably not going to happen. What other goals for this year? Fuck. Yeah, I want the best core strength that I've had this year. I want really good core strength. I want to really look good in the gym this year. Really look good in the gym this year. Bro, if I wish one of my foot. Yeah, I was gonna say. You know what's so funny, Dave? The fact that you said get taller. I was literally about to say it. I wish I could get taller because that would be one of my goals. It's so funny you said that. I was literally just thinking that. Eastern Europeaners or Europeaners. Oh my god. Eastern Europeaners. I just said it again. Oh my god. Eastern Europeans or Latinas. I combined the two words. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck's sake, man. I'm so stupid, bro. Oh, fuck's sake. Scroll up. Alright, give me a sec. Oh, I said it twice, bro. Fuck's sake. It's not baited, bro. I just said it wrong. Oh, I'm so stupid, bro. Bro, how did I say it twice? Eastern Europeanus. No, I didn't say Europeanist, bro. I didn't say penis. Eastern Europeans or Latinas. Why is that such a twist, bro? In terms of like in general, I would probably rather go after Eastern. I was about to say Eastern. I can't fucking speak, bro. Eastern European. For fuck's sake, I said it like twice. I said it twice, bro. Yeah. Do you know everyone likes a Latina until they actually fucking talk to one. Everyone moans always about, oh, these Latinas are so like this, this, and this. You literally, this is your type. Stop fucking moaning about it. Like, that's what my thing is. That's what my thing is. But I'd rather go after you. Yeah, you know what? You know my answer. I'm not gonna say it. Eastern Wire. No, no, bro. Fuck's sake. It's a problem, bro. I've never been like baited or like baited into say anything before. Like I didn't even get baited. I just couldn't say it properly because you put European and Latina, and it just my fucking yeah. I literally can't talk. Why can't I say that properly? It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Do you have any siblings? I don't have any siblings. I don't have any siblings. Who's complaining about Latinas? I'm right where I want to be. No, but everyone complains about their character and stuff like that. It's just like why? What question did I miss about you about doing YouTube? I'm trying to look for it now. You said big up E. I don't get recognized regularly, bro. I'm not GV on my X. I got recognized twice yesterday because of football YouTube. The live picture function. Sorry, my bad for breaking the news. Somali ballers. What's it like mean specs? I've cheated with my best friend is worse. I feel like I've seen every one of your comments, bro. And your prediction pen game. You didn't ask anything about YouTube. Eastern Europeans is offensive. I nearly said it again, by the way. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say it. I think we have signed De Zerbi. That's a terrible appointment. Especially trying to get a relegation belt. You might not going to be open sesame all the time. This guy is the most stubborn guy in possession as well. I don't rate these type of managers. Do you have any children or have any kids? I don't know. I don't. Believe it or not, I don't. I'm not ready to have a child. I'm not ready. What's your favorite thing to eat after drinking? Like toast, like bruv, like bread. Another question from Max, by the way. Like bread, bruv. I scrolled up. I did. You just missed it. Can you tell me what your fucking question was? What was your question? Because I literally just read out all your comments, Prime. I just read out all your comments that you've done. I'm gonna go right at the start of where Prime said anything. Yeah. Big up, Max. That was your first comment. I know you get asked for picks, but you mentioned recognized for getting clubs and concert. Have you ever been recognized in normal day? I answered that one. Michael Pina. Again, another guy who sounds like penis. Suchik and Zufal. Do you have any dietary restrictions? I hate teachers that have authority. Does Sassy play well in a low block? I'm literally going through. If you hadn't started your reaction to show off your passion for music, I answered this question as well. Your prediction going into pen game. I answered this question. Who's Jason? Cheating with best friend is worse. What's it like being specs? Somali baller. Live picture function. I feel like you're either trolling me or you're just stupid. Like, I've read all your questions, but I don't have any children. No, I don't have any children. And what's your favorite thing to eat after drinking? It's probably like, do you know what, beans on toast. You answer the Reacts question, bro. This guy, bro, low concentration, bro. Low concentration. I answer the fucking Reacts question. This guy's low concentration. This guy's never on this earth. 500 ping. 500 ping. Fuck's sake. But like beans on toast is a great hangover meal. Beans on toast is a great hangover meal. You get the fucking like right thing to give your energy back. If you're like throwing up bears, especially. You see, if I'm just normally drunk, but I know I'm not gonna throw up, I just have water and I'll go to bed. But other than that, probably not. A bunch of trans girls came on my ship last week. They look like women, but weren't built as slender. What the fuck? What the fuck? Fuck's sake. Would you collab with Axe or Miz? I would. Yes, Axe, I would. Of course I would. Biggest achievement you want from your music? To be performing on stage. Actually, wait, he said biggest. I guess do it on a permanent basis where I'm making money back from the tunes I'm doing. I'm trying to think realistic as well, because biggest achievement would obviously be fucking doing music on a regular basis and getting rich from it or whatever. But performing on stage and getting money back from it. Did you ever want or siblings growing up? Or were you happy being the only child? I wanted like a little brother growing up, but I realized looking back that I'm grateful that I was an only child, because I probably would have wanted to hit my sibling multiple times. As a kid, I wanted another like a little younger brother. I don't know, just like being the guy who's going to be the one to take care of someone rather than being. I wouldn't want an older brother. I'd probably want to kill him, sort of thing. Like we're having a sister as well. I feel like I'd be too protective. I feel like I'd be punching people over that, and I feel like having not having a sister is a good thing, because you know what people are like. I'm just not a fan. De Zerbi is a dreadful appointment. There'll be open split defense. Not the players won't be able to play standard play. I agree. What if we stay up and you go down because we've got De Zerbi? Would you be sad? I think we're going down anyway. I think we're going down anyway. So I don't think it makes a fucking difference. Big ups Deck as well. Big up the chat. Hope everyone is good. If Spurs get to that improve or not, your chances of staying up. I think we have fucked ourselves so much that I don't think it makes a difference. But I don't think Spurs are winning many games with De Zerbi. If I'm being so honest. Can you do stand-up comedy? Definitely not. Definitely not. I am nowhere near funny enough, and I'm self-aware that I'm not funny enough to go on stage and do stand-up comedy. I generally think it would be the biggest mess that I could probably have. Me doing stand, I'm not naturally funny. I'm not naturally funny. I can only make people laugh if it's going off something that someone else has said. That's the only time I could probably be so-called funny. I've never counted myself as funny. At least you got some self-awareness. I think that's something I like to think I've what's it called? I think that's my main quality. I like to, if but people ask me what is your main quality, what do you think you actually have that's like you are aware of? Self-awareness. I think I've got good self-awareness. I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm not good at. Simple as that. I'm gonna check quickly if I haven't answered any questions in the chat. Are you playing in the Sidemen charity match? Nah, mate. They've released the squads. If you mess with my sister, I'll send the Spectrum after you. GV or Mike's a different timeline, probably. I disagree. I reckon you could do a deadpan style like Jack D because you have a dry delivery. I hear the dry delivery thing. I think the only time I have comedic timing is like I will say something that's like really unserious in a serious way, or like really serious in an unserious way, if that makes sense. I think that's what I'm so-called good at times, but it has to be bounced off a conversation. For example, I can't write a script of something, read it out loud, and basically be like, this is funny. I can't do that. I've never even had a little inkling of wanting to get into it. Would generally be like probably the biggest forfeit, biggest embarrassment. What's the wildest slander name you've had? Okay. So this is from the pen game people, yeah. Obviously, I'm Asian. I've got a lazy eye. Probably can't see it right now, but sometimes it does its own thing. It just jogs off. Someone called me Drish GP Tech. I don't remember what comment section it was. Someone called me Drish GP Tech. If I was Driz, I wouldn't have it, personally. It's probably insulting to Driz more than me, but that it made me laugh a bit. It did make me laugh. But I had the glasses have not helped me one bit. Having glasses is probably one of the worst things that happened to me, even though it's not that deep. I needed glasses before I got glasses, put it that way. But Drish GP Tech was an absolute violation to my whole life. It was like you calling me a B Tech version of someone else. Like if you called Driz GVO Driz because his eye is lazy and he's got glasses and you think he looks Asian, I don't think Driz would be happy. You're calling him a B Tech version of someone else. That's what I'm saying. Me and Driz have got to stick together, man. We've got to fight these people. Yeah, you need to set up or side man, work the crowd. Yeah, that's the thing. I need someone to set me up constantly. Have you got any Indian jokes back? You got none. Fuck off, Dave, man. Max, I think the UK is running out of food and people are panic buying. My mum went to Aldi, Costco, Asda, Tesco. Wasn't any food. What the fuck? From what I know, there's still food in East London. There's still food in East London. Since Kulu has been injured, we've had 3 managers. That is a funny thing to think about, actually. No, looking back at it, I can't lie. That is actually a funny thing to look back at. It's like 3 fucking managers, bruv. Like the whole guy's been injured. He's come back and he's just. Bear man have been doing tactics. I do lots of, what do you call it? Indian atheist, a non-believer. Fuck's sake. What do you call it? Indian FedEx worker, a courier. Brilliant. Fuck's sake. Okay. Primer asked in the Instagram questions, what's your next big milestone you want to achieve when making music and rap battles? Well, I guess right now, I know that's the last question I have from the Instagram, by the way. So every other question that I will be answering will be from this chat. And when we do run out of questions, I will end the stream. In terms of rap battles, I guess the current tournament I'm in, I want to win. I want to win the Rap Your Bars tournament. Because I don't think I'm going to make it anywhere in Clashing. And it's too long to get into why. But it's because of perception, basically, in terms of why. In terms of like, what's it called? In terms of the way I'm perceived as someone who's a crowd member and a fan of a platform. I'm not going to get an opportunity because I'm not going to be taken serious. So I don't think I'm going to make it anywhere in battle rap. Unless I use my connections properly and be like, can you get me an opportunity in this? Other than that, don't think I'm going to make it. But rapping-wise, making music, I want to be performing on stage this year, some form of song that I have. Whether it's me doing a private event or me getting called up to do an event, I want to perform a song or 2. The 2 songs I have in the vault right now, I want to perform them on stage. That's what I want to do. That will be the goals that I want. What happens if you got 99 problems? Still keep it 100, Dave. Still keep it 100. Where do you think Thomas Frank goes next? Back to Brentford. If Keith Andrews has a shitstorm, I reckon he goes Brentford. If not, he might be Glasner's replacement. I can see him being Glasner's replacement, actually. He's a very Crystal Palace manager with how conservative he is. But for example, let's say Keith Andrews, despite the fact he signed a new contract, he has a shit year next year. Let's say hypothetically. You never know. He might go back to Brentford. It might just make sense. I reckon he should have just stayed in hindsight, but I think he actually did well to pick his opportunity, but he just didn't fulfill it. Mike's best chicken and can of Coke you've ever had and recommend. I don't drink Coke, but I know what you're talking about. Oh, there's a few good Chadwell Heath chicken shops, I can't lie. There's a few good ones on Chadwell High Road. I don't know what they're called, but across Redbridge, if there's one thing that Redbridge and Barking and Dagenham and East London have in general, is the good chicken shops. Half of them are probably not chicken, but you get what I mean. Had he not played under Frank, Eagle, and De Zerbi if we had signed him on... Yeah, that makes sense. What happened? Yeah, I've answered that. If you're Fast and Furious, I call you Vin Diesel. I get the joke. Yeah, cool. Brilliant. Brilliant. What do you call the Indian man who has traveled all over and experienced many things? Been there, done that. Fuck's sake. What do you think of the anti-Semitism in the UK and Jewish people being under attack? Fucking hell, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know. Here's what I think. I think people will just stop discriminating everyone. I think everyone needs to stop getting discriminated against. That's what I think, bro. Can you perform at my nephew's reception prom? Reception prom is insanity. Private event. You're gonna put on an event, or do you mean be the opening act? As in, like, if there was an opportunity where I could put on an event and I could just invite my people along to see me perform, that would be sick. Eating chicken is murder bag. Only joking. I'm not a preachy vegetarian, bro. Fuck it. Sorry, bro. I'm gonna keep committing murder. That's a fucking mad sound clip, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean. But no, it would be sick to put on like a private event where I get all my friends to just come and see me perform. Especially if I had songs in the vault. I think it'd be sick. I think why not? Why the fuck not? I just think it'd be vibes. I just want to see. I just want my people to see me perform. I want me to see my people see me do something in it. Because I can't. Like, to be fair, if I could be an opening act for someone as well, that would be sick. That would be sick. Let's be real. Like, if someone's like, I've got you booked for this, and you can open up for this artist or whatever, that would be sick. Have you watched Demon Slayer on Netflix? It's sick. It's sick. I don't watch TV. I haven't owned Netflix since lockdown. And even before lockdown, I never watched Netflix. I don't watch TV. I don't watch shows. Last show I watched was Top Boy, the last season. That's how long we're talking. And I was disappointed by that last season as well. Where's my Lauren? That wasn't even the last season, but you get my point. You should collab with YJ Reels from Coventry. Is that an actual person? I said invite my people. You'd get invited, Prime. Yes, you would get invited. If that's what you're hinting at, or if it's something else you're hinting at, I know what it is. I'm just not gonna say it. But yeah, I don't watch TV. I'll be so real. I don't watch TV. I'd like what I do mainly with my spare time. I literally just watch YouTube, and I barely even do that. I don't really have time. I do not have time to do shit because I'm constantly even trying to create something content wise or write something or think of a new idea for short form content. I'm focusing a lot more on short form content. I tried to record a vlog for the weekend that I did, and I just forgot to record a lot of the time. So I'm gonna create like a short TikTok video / Insta video of me talking over and creating the content. Get in a ring with Mizzy and punch him up, please. Joy, that's someone I'd like to fight just based on the shit that he does to people. I think it's horrible the way he tries to gain people's trust and say that I'm coming back and I've done this and I've got a job now and doing all of this. I've changed the past. Everyone believed, everyone wants to give him a chance, and then he does all this shit. It's like, why? I don't watch TV, I just listen to music. I listen to a lot of music, to be fair, so that's basically me at that point. What do you do when you're not streaming, making videos, watching YouTube, or writing music? Sleep? Well, trying to sleep. Like, if I'm not streaming, making videos, watching YouTube, right, I'm in the gym or I'm trying to sleep. And when I mean trying to sleep, invite my people you can random get, yeah. Yeah, I'm either in the gym or I'm trying to sleep. Or I'm out with my friends. I'm just out doing something with my friends. I'm out doing something. I'm on a motive. I'm at a concert. I'm at Penn Game. I'm at West Ham. I'm just meeting up to film some shit, even if it's like, yeah, cool, that still counts as content, but I'm going outside. What's your bench? I don't bench, I just curl. Just book a room out and do your run event and do it with a stream. I'm sure you would get peeps attending if advertised correctly. Yeah. That's kind of the plan, to be fair. That is kind of the plan, basically, Deck. It's a good idea. What's the maddest thing you've been called? It's a good question. Maddest thing I've ever been called. I don't know. I've got Down syndrome in it. Like, I'm just not. I don't know. People say I've got Down syndrome or some shit. I mean, are they wrong? You decide, innit? You decide if I've got Down syndrome or not. But yeah, probably just that, bro. I don't know. I'm trying to think of horrible shit people called me. Uh, it's just like nicknames. It's not been a funny nickname apart from Drish GB Tech. Like, I'm gonna be so honest. Didn't even know you took a break. That's how much I haven't even talked about this fucking stream yet. Jokes aside, hope you're well. I'm doing good, thanks. Just squat and shoulder press. I don't squat, to be fair. I don't feel like I need to do much lower body exercise. I feel like that sounds like a weird sentence to say, but you know exactly what I mean. Don't make it weird. G-Ting 6. Sure, let's say that. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. By the way, I'm gonna here to say this year. I kind of forgot to talk about why I took a step back in the mini break. I was letting too much shit alongside with like doing content get to me at the same time. I don't know how to separate my thinking of actual life and the fatigue of doing content, which is why it got to me a bit. But when I took my break, I realized I felt unfulfilled taking a break. I still feel unfulfilled in general life, if I'm being so real. I do feel genuinely, I just feel unfulfilled in life. But in terms of when I wasn't doing content, I felt like I was missing out. I felt like I wasn't doing something. I felt like I always have to do something. But what I realized is just that I'm overworking myself when I have my free time and I'm not resting properly. So when I do have my free time, just chill out a bit, and just yeah, yeah, like, bruv, taking a break is not a good thing. For me, it's not a good thing. I shouldn't be taking a break. I didn't actually want to. I wanted to take a break because I'm letting shit get to me, and I'm like, why am I letting this get to me? When I'm actually taking this fucking break, it's like I want to start uploading content now. I'm having the urge to upload content. So, yeah, five for squatting. That's the wife's job. Exactly. I don't squat. What happens when your G things and your lower body gives up? I'm not that old, fam. I'm not that old, bro. I'm 22. What do you do on the break? What did you do on the break? I literally just tried to not look at social media as much as possible. Like, continue my normal life. And when I came back home, I tried to just sit down and relax more or go outside when I needed to. So even go outside meeting people like I usually do without looking at my phone and without uploading content. But I kind of just lived my normal life without doing content sort of thing. So I kind of just tried to chill more, tried to watch stuff more, and tried to just take my mind off things, tried to look for inspiration or tried to write some more music. I think the first thing I did when I took my break was write a freestyle. And that was it. Max is 42. That's not old. His hairline is deceiving. But my hairline is not that bad. But I've never got the hairline. I get the forehead jokes. I get the height jokes. I get the autism spectrum spastic jokes. You see, when it comes to the hairline's calm. Hairline is calm. My forehead is massive, but it's still basically a forehead. My thumb doesn't actually fit. It just fits on the corner. So it's still a normal forehead. This is proof my forehead is normal. It's 4 fingers. How many things have you cheated? You want me to reveal my body count on camera? Fuck's sake. You know I'm not going to answer that question, brother. Give it a few years. Fuck's sake. If I'm actually, to be fair, the way I do stress a lot. So if I do get to 30, probably be like this. Listen, you got hair for life, you can tell. Exactly, bro. Like, listen, that my hair's good. My hair's calm. I'm not that old. Notice that Mike didn't say I don't cheat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jollof rice or rice and peas. Haven't had enough of either to decipher it. I can't remember the last time I had jollof. I think it was in primary. Was it primary or secondary? I don't even know what kind it was. So when people even ask me like Nigerian and Ghanaian, I'm like, bro, I'm a fucking white Indian guy that's from Kenya. Do you think I know this answer? Like, I don't. Not enough people have put me on. You know, a bald, you know, a baldy quite early in men. Yeah, like you could spot when someone's about to go like this, about to salute like Sadio Mane. Yeah, that's what my granddad said since he went bald. My forehead's massive. Yeah, but that's your granddad, blood. I'm not old enough to be no one's granddad, bro. I'm not even old enough to have a kid realistically. Well, I am, but I'm not. You know what I mean? I guess you're old enough to have a kid from quite young, technically, but you know what I mean. I heard that melon could cook a nasty jollof. Yeah, sure. Dagenham jollof. I don't know how that works. Just the fucking rice is just frozen, bro. That's a fucking Dagenham jollof, bro. The rice is just fucking frozen. Oh my days, bro. I need to blow my nose. Give me 2 seconds. That's instead of rice is coke. For fuck's sake. Just rice and cocaine. Well, just the cocaine jollof. Is that the Dagenham jollof? If you had jollof with boiled egg, then it was Ghanaian rice, bruv. I don't fucking remember, bruv. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago, bruv. I don't even remember. You're lucky Mike's life could be worse. Like, you could look like Alfie, who looks like Melon, it's the other way around. I can't tell anymore. Alfie and Melon don't look alike at all, but it's funny still. If you had jollof where the chicken was eagle, you know it's Nigerian. Bro, what is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? For God's sakes, man. For God's sakes. Bro, I don't even remember. I can't lie. I just don't remember. Like, I haven't been put on enough to even decide the answer to that question. I'll let the Caribbeans and Africans fucking argue when it comes to jollof rice or rice and peas. You man can argue that yourself. It's not for me to get in. It's not for me to get into the argument. I can't lie. All right, listen, people. I am going to end it there, unless anyone else has any questions. Because I'm gonna probably set up the redirect now. That's a big up biryani baddies. You're taking the piss. Any YouTuber you want to call out and start beef? Nah. I think internet beef is probably the most overrated thing possible. Internet beef, I wouldn't start it for no reason. Me personally, I think the people that are, I think everyone that's beefing right now needs to just shut the fuck up. I'll be so real. If you're beefing on the internet right now, you're not going to solve anything, and you're just taking it too far into real life, then you should stop. Because the reason why I say that is because, you know, when it comes to like internet beef and stuff, the reason why it's so dead is because it eventually just gets into real life shit, real life unnecessary stuff that we don't even need to get into. Like, it becomes like people trying to threaten each other, and people are trying to offer each other out. It's like, come on, man. You man are grown ass, man. You don't even need to be doing that. I can't even lie. So, yeah. But I am going to end it there. I'm going to redirect to Sheik. Go and say hi to Sheik. And hold on. My fucking thing hasn't. I got it. Bro, my fucking stream isn't working. What the fuck is going on? Bro, I'm being dead serious, yeah. My shit isn't working. Shit's working. Bro, why is it? Hold on. Give me 1 sec. There we go. All right. Take care, peace. Go and say Mike's raided Sheik's chat. Take care.